So we're now going to welcome Paul Makowski. It may be pronounced Makowski, so I apologize if I've butchered your name. The intriguing topic title is Kidneys, Smart Contracts, and Malware. So maybe we'll hear a little bit about what the kidneys are. But Paul is the CTO of PolySwarm. Welcome, Paul. Thanks so much. You prefer this or this?
I prefer this. All right, thanks for having me. Today I'm talking about kidneys, smart contracts, and malware, and you're probably asking yourself, what do kidneys have to do with malware? Well, we'll find out real soon. I'm working for PolySwarm. What PolySwarm is a decentralized threat intelligence market. We're trying to fix the malware problem by first fixing the way that security experts and security companies interact. Okay, so here's a problem. A lot of people need kidneys, and they kind of need them a bit urgently. So how do we go about fixing that? Well, there's an economist by the name of Alvin Roth who considered this problem and wrote a book on how he helped fix the kidney market in the United States. And that was kind of a little bit of an impetus for us developing a better threat intelligence market. So the complication here is you can't legally buy a kidney. That's a good thing. The asterisk there is the exception to this rule is in Iran. Apparently it's, according to Wikipedia at least, it's actually legal to purchase a kidney for money in Iran. But that's the exception. So he had to come up with a way for more kidney donation and consumption pairs to get matched. And this was a complication. So he used market design. This is a little bit of a chart that kind of graphs out kidney transplants before and after he worked in the kidney markets in the US. So enough about kidneys. Market design works in general when people trust the market. And a lot of people will tell you that blockchains are trustless or they distribute trust or something along those lines. In general, blockchains by themselves, blockchain is just the technology, it's the data structure. What distributes trust or reduces trust or eliminates trust in some cases is the consensus mechanism that's built on top of blockchain. So here's another problem, getting off kidneys. Today's antivirus, anti-malware products don't always do the best job. Sometimes threats slip through. A big headline grabber as of late is WannaCry. WannaCry was an allegedly North Korean ransomware that ended up hitting hospitals in the UK, actually putting lives at risk. So if we take a look, okay, so our thought was, what if we could literally program a better market? So unlike Alvin Roth in the past, he didn't have this luxury that we have today, which are smart contracts. Smart contracts are distributed applications that can hold, escrow, and redirect cryptocurrency. This is a luxury that we didn't have even 4 years ago. Code that handles money. This seems like a good basis. And the logo in the bottom right is Aetherium, of course. Other competing blockchains are looking to implement smart contracts. Unfortunately, Ethereum's the only mature one at the moment, so that's what we're building on. So if you take a look at this Venn diagram, what we're trying to show here is basically the threat intelligence landscape. The black rectangle is encompassing all of the malware that's out there, and these two white circles, they really should be more concentric, but they overlap significantly. If we consider the left one to be McAfee and the right one to be Symantec, they overlap significantly, and it's very difficult to reach outside of the bounds of what they cover. We think that that's not really any failing of theirs or any failing of any other provider in this space, but that's simply what the market incentivizes today. If you're an antivirus company and you don't detect WannaCry, for example, it's very difficult to take you seriously. And that may sound obvious on the face of it, but on the back end, what that incentivizes is all of these companies doing the same work, detecting the same threats, duplicating effort, and pushing that cost down to their users. So what we'd like to do is move away from this largely concentric circle model to thousands of different circles that cover the entire landscape. And the way that we're doing that is with smart contracts. We're developing a twist. PolySwarm is a twist on a prediction market where security experts take a look at suspect files, network traffic, and URLs, and determine whether or not the files are malicious or benign. And associated with that malicious or benign assertion is a certain amount of nectar, which is the name of our token. So this is kind of how it looks from a 10,000-foot view. So we've got end users or enterprises that pay ambassadors familiar subscription costs. Those ambassadors in today's market would be the likes of McAfee, Symantec, Kaspersky, et cetera. One of our advisors is actually the former CIO of McAfee. So these ambassadors on their back end will interface with the PolySwarm market, placing suspect files, making them available through a blockchain interface that security experts around the world can take a look at these files and offer up their security expertise in exchange for nectar. One thing to note is these security experts are not actual humans in the loop. They're developing what we call micro-engines. So much like a mining operation that's trying to mine Bitcoin or mine Ethereum might try to tweak and optimize their mining infrastructure, security experts in our platform are tweaking and updating their micro-engines to detect whatever slice of the malware threat landscape they're best at detecting. So it's to encourage specialization. So instead of the dozens or so of large antivirus companies today, we hope to have thousands of micro-engines maintained by security experts around the world. It's a large market, it's growing rapidly, but there's still a lot of blind spots. We think that, again, there's no problem with the products on the market right now for the way that the market's currently designed. So we'd like to offer an alternative to the way that the market currently is designed and provide some opening for security expertise that does not attempt to solve the 80% problem, does not attempt to solve finding Windows malware like everyone else, but maybe they specialize in things like mobile or IoT or SCADA. The market today simply does not financially reward that, unfortunately. We've got some great tech partners. If anybody here is in the information security space, Cuckoo is a big name. We're partnering with several of the lead developers behind Cuckoo Sandbox to build a Cuckoo Sandbox-based arbiter into our system that will determine ground truth. Binary Ninja is a reverse engineering framework that we're using. Cyber Triage is a cyber forensics toolkit that will plug in. And Rivets in the bottom left is a partner of ours. We've got some big names that are backing us. You may know Science from, this is Science Blockchain. It's a relatively new offshoot. Science has previously funded the likes of Dollar Shave Club, Block Tower, Eden Block, and we're featured in a lot of places. And possibly most importantly is we have a token sale going on right now that will close on the 22nd. So I encourage you, if you have questions, if you'd like to learn more, I'm in the exhibition hall next door. I'd love to take your questions, and I'd love to thank you for attending.